with, because I have done that to that done went and men and all that. So it's like, you gotta know who you being nice to, because it's like these right here, you out there feeling sympathy for them and wishing them the best, and these bitches will you that you ain't even realize them. You out here like, damn, she look like a nice girl. I feel bad for her. Like, it's like, let me think that, bitch, then you start being to me and it's like,
not supposed to be kind of giggling at this, but it's how you're delivering it, and it's really throwing me off because it's not funny.
Cardi B didn't just spill tea, she dumped the whole pot on the table in her latest tell-all bombshell. She revealed that while she was sliding into other female rappers' DMs to hype them up and show support, some of those same women were sliding right into her marriage. Loyalty, gone, betrayal, heavy. According to Cardi, the very ones she boosted ended up creeping with none other than Offset. And that's where Saweetie's name comes storming back into the spotlight, because fans never forgot those 2021 whispers about her and Offset right after her messy split with Quavo. Cardi never dropped names in this new interview, but come on. The timing, the history, and the internet's sharp memory all point fingers at Saweetie as one of the ungrateful sisters Cardi had in mind. That's what makes this sting so deep. Cardi wasn't just playing rap queen, she was trying to build real sisterhood in an industry that waits for women to fall. She literally reached out saying, "Yo, I see you, I got you, keep going." That's rare for someone at her level, one of the top girls pausing her own grind to uplift the next wave. But instead of gratitude, she got knives in the back. And let's be real, this betrayal wasn't just industry shade, it was personal. Because the man at the center of it was Offset. The same Offset who's been caught slipping before. The same one Cardi forgave after public scandals. The father of her kids. Cardi claims the women weren't chasing Offset for love. They were using him as a weapon to cut her down. In her eyes, Offset wasn't the prize. He was the pawn. That's why this hits so hard. It's not just another cheating rapper story we've all seen before. It's women Cardi trusted, women she rooted for, turning her own marriage into ammo against her. That's professional, personal, and public, all tangled up in one explosive knot. Now let's talk about the spin, because everybody's remixing the narrative. On Cardi's side, she's flipping pain into wisdom, saying straight up, "I used to help, I used to reach out, but no more." She's framing herself as the wounded big sis who gave love and got betrayal. For her fans, that makes her vulnerable, even relatable. The superstar who just wanted unity in rap but got clowned for it. On Saweetie's side, her strategy is silence. No IG live, no diss track, no clapback tweets. That quietness, her supporters see it as class, but Cardi's fans swear that silence is loud. Like, if it wasn't true, wouldn't she have said something by now? And then there's Offset. Poor guy stays looking like the pawn in everyone's story. He hasn't spoken on this mess either, but the public already wrote his role. Offset being Offset, the reckless husband who can't keep it zipped. Cardi frames him as the tool used against her, while Saweetie's silence makes it look like he was never even the prize, just the middleman in a bigger, dirtier game. Meanwhile, fans are the real spin doctors. Team Cardi is riding hard, saying she poured her heart into uplifting the culture only to get stabbed by fake friends. They're dragging Saweetie's name right back into trending topics, reviving old receipts and rumors. Team Saweetie claps back saying Cardi always plays victim when Offset is the real common denominator. And the memes? Brutal. Offset getting dragged as a fallen chess piece with captions like "not the pawn again." The blogs? They don't care who's innocent. They just want clicks. And this mess is pure gold. See, the reason this new drama is hitting so hard is because it ain't happening in a vacuum. The history is messy and the roots go way back. First, let's talk Offset, because this man's name has been linked to scandal more times than fans can count. Back in 2018, he was exposed messing around with Summer Bunny, the same woman who broke down crying in public, apologizing for sleeping with a married man. Then came the drama with Jade, Tekashi 6ix9ine's girlfriend, when Cardi herself was accused of sending people to a strip club to handle business after finding out Offset had been sliding into Jade's DMs. And let's not forget those random leaked messages that always seem to pop up with his name attached. Offset's history of wandering eyes is long, so when Cardi hints that a female rapper crept with him, the streets believe it instantly. Now slide Saweetie into the picture. Her name first got tied to Offset back in 2021, right after her icy split with Quavo. Who could forget their messy breakup, elevator footage, shade tweets, all that chaos? Then came the whispers that Saweetie hooked up with Offset behind the scenes, and the internet went wild. Migos fans accused her of breaking family ties by dipping into Quavo's circle. Saweetie denied it, sure, but those whispers never died down. And then there's the Cardi-Saweetie dynamic. On the surface, they look cool, smiling at events, polite shout-outs in interviews, but insiders always whispered there was no real sisterhood there. Cardi kept her distance, and people said she never fully trusted Saweetie. Was it label politics, industry tension, or just bad vibes? Either way, their friendship always felt more Instagram than reality. Put it all together, and Cardi's new revelation feels like the last puzzle piece falling into place. Offset's track record proves he could have done it. Saweetie's past whispers already had her name in the mix, and Cardi's cold vibe toward her makes sense now. The narrative lines up too neatly, and fans are saying this triangle was doomed from the start. And let's be real, messy triangles in hip-hop aren't new. From Nicki and Remy's tension to Megan and Kelsey's fallout, the so-called sisterhood has always been fragile. Add men into the mix, especially men with Offset's reputation, and the cracks explode into the open. So when Cardi says she tried to help other female rappers only to find one sliding into her marriage, fans didn't just gasp. They said, yeah, that sounds about right. But zoom out, because this isn't just rap, it's a Hollywood tradition of betrayal. Think Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Becky with the good hair. Lemonade rocked the world because Queen Bey admitted even she had been betrayed. She didn't name the other woman, but that one lyric set off a worldwide witch hunt. Sound familiar? Cardi didn't name Saweetie either, but the streets connected the dots, and suddenly, Saweetie's silence feels louder than any denial. Or think Khloe Kardashian, Jordan Woods, and Tristan Thompson. Jordan was like family, but when she got too close to Khloe's man, the entire internet picked sides. Same formula now. One woman painted as the betrayed, the other framed as the snake, and the man reduced to nothing but a reckless pawn. Even in rap history, it repeats. Nicki and Remy weren't fighting over a man, but the way the industry set them against each other was the same messy playbook. This was never just about a man creeping around. It was about another woman being accused of trying to tilt Cardi's crown. But let's flip it for a second. Maybe Saweetie wasn't plotting anything. Maybe this was just Offset doing what Offset always does, moving reckless, sliding where he shouldn't, and leaving women to deal with the fallout. In that version of the story, Saweetie isn't the mastermind. She's just another name tangled in Offset's chaos. But here's the catch. Cardi didn't say, "My husband betrayed me." She said, "These women I helped betrayed me." That wording matters. It shifts the blame straight back onto Saweetie, and that silence of hers. It only makes the streets double down on the narrative that she played a role. And that's the danger of staying quiet. People write the story for you. So what happens now? Because this little triangle isn't just a headline of the week, it's a ripple that could stain careers, images, and reputations for years to come. For Cardi, this feels like another turning point in her journey. She came in raw and unfiltered, rose to superstar level, and always repped realness. Helping female rappers was part of that. She wanted to show she wasn't just competing, she was building a sisterhood. But now, after this betrayal, she says the chapter is dead and gone. Her new lane might be less about big sis energy and more about surviving betrayal. From now on, every time Cardi warns about snakes in the game, fans will point back to this scandal as Exhibit A. For Saweetie, this stain is even harder to scrub off. Even if she never says a word, even if Offset really was the only one moving grimy, her name is already locked into the gossip forever. People won't just remember her as the icy girl or Quavo's ex. They'll remember the Offset rumors, Cardi's shade about women betraying her, and the silence that followed. Staying quiet may feel classy right now, but in the long run, it risked defining her by scandal instead of her music. And Offset, his reputation is almost predictable at this point. Fans don't see the smooth-talking Migos star anymore. They don't even see Cardi's husband. They see the pawn, the man used in every cheating headline, every betrayal story, every scandal. Cardi herself framed him like that. Not as the mastermind, not as the real target, but as the piece on the board moved around to hurt her. And if that's how his own wife describes him, that's probably how history will remember him too. Then there's the bigger picture, what this mess says about sisterhood and rap. Fans have been begging for years to see unity among female rappers, hoping the beefs and shade would fade away. Cardi tried to give them that. She tried to embody it. But this scandal proves just how fragile it all is. If betrayal is only one DM away, then maybe true sisterhood in hip-hop is just a fantasy. The irony couldn't be louder. Cardi set out to protect other women in her lane, to lift them up against an industry built on tearing them down. But in her words, that kindness got weaponized against her. She tried to play big sis, and instead, she learned the hard truth. In this rap game, everybody's a rival until proven otherwise. Legacy-wise, Cardi walks away hardened, Saweetie walks away shadowed, Offset walks away as the eternal pawn, and the fans walk away reminded of one thing. In hip-hop, betrayal isn't an accident, betrayal is the system. And if you want more raw breakdowns of scandals shaking the culture, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to RippleFame for the real tea.